A lot of backpackers think the only way to go ultralight is by buying a bunch of expensive gear. But with a few free and cheap upgrades, you can cut over 2 pounds from your backpack and save a couple $100. Here are some of the easiest ultralight upgrades that almost anyone can make. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for being here with me again today. Hey, today I want to talk through a few upgrades that pretty much any of us can make as we're beginning our backpacking journeys to bring our base weight down. Some of these things are free, some of them are very cheap, but all of them are designed to either save you money or to reduce pack weight, and in many cases, both. I will keep a running total of both the amount of money potentially saved, as well as the ounces and weight saved down here. And with that, let's get on to the first item. Okay, so item number 1 is switching out your water bottles. A lot of backpackers will traditionally use Nalgene bottles. Nalgene bottles weigh a lot in comparison. I think the average on my scale, my Nalgene bottle was like 6.25 ounces and costs about $17 on their website. So add a little bit of maybe tax and shipping in there, and that's your cost. Now, what can we replace that Nalgene with? Primarily, most thru hikers or backpackers that we see nowadays are starting to come around, and they are just using a simple smart water bottle. You can buy one of these for about $2 to $3 at the gas station or in a grocery store, and they weigh about 1.5 ounces. Upgrade your water bottles, because that's going to save you instantly about 4.75 ounces and $15. So we're saving $15 so far and 4.75 ounces, but we're actually going to times that by 2 because most of us bring 2 water bottles. So saving here with this one item about $30 and give or take 9.5 ounces. Okay. Item number 2 that you can upgrade or replace that will substantially save more weight and be cheaper for you. That is upgrading kind of your cook system or what you use cooking on the trail. Now, most people that I have seen in the backpacking world love kind of that jet boil system. Those are great. There's no complaint about how good those things are. But 2 things that they definitely are heavy and expensive. There is one that I see a lot in the backpacking world with a number of my friends and family members that use it. And the one that I see most often is the Jetboil Zip. Comes in at a whopping $110 and an 11.3 ounces. What can we do to cheapen and to lighten our cook system? Well, this is the BRS 3000 stove. You've probably seen this before with others on YouTube, or if you're into any of the backpacking videos. This stove, on my scale, weighs less than an ounce, 0.95 of an ounce, and on Amazon right now costs about $17. This stove is pretty awesome. I have primarily only used this stove over the last 3 or 4 years now, and it has not caused me any problems whatsoever. And the other piece would just be some kind of a titanium pot. It doesn't matter the brand, what Toaks or any of the other maybe knockoff things that are on Amazon, but a cheap little titanium pot. Mine's about 750 milliliters. You could even go smaller than that if you don't need that weight or that size. With the lid, this pot weighs 3 ounces and it costs about $25 on Amazon. So we will compare this system to the Jetboil Zip. $110, 11.3 ounces versus about 3.95 ounces, 4 ounces, and about $42 for the BRS stove and a roughly 750 milliliter titanium pot. So we have now saved an additional $68 on this setup and 7.4 ounces. Okay, the third item that you can upgrade. This one might be a little bit more of a cost savings versus a weight savings, But either way, that's what we're trying to do here. Cheap upgrades that can help you both in your pocketbook and on your back. And this third one is a headlamp. Now, heaven forbid you are still using headlamps that actually use batteries that you're having to replace, or you're going to have to bring extras just in case. That's not what I am basing my assumptions on in this video. Now, what I wanted to look at was just the most popular headlamps that you might get if you were to go onto REI's website or potentially in their store. And those are typically from companies like Black Diamond or Petzl. These can range anywhere from like $50 to $80 if you're not going to go with the absolute cheapest one, and can be around 2.5 ounces or so in weight. Now, the headlamp that I use, and I know a bunch of others use, so shouldn't be too much of a surprise, is the Nitecore NU25 headlamp here. This retails for about $25, let me double check, for about $36 on Amazon and weighs about 1.5 ounces. So we're saving anywhere from $20 to $30. I will just average that to $25 and about 1 ounce. So it's only 1 ounce, not a huge savings there, but it certainly is savings on cost if you're looking at buying another headlamp or one to supplement your battery powered headlamp, which I hope nobody is using those still. But if you are, check out the Nitecore NU25, $36 and only about 1.5 ounces. Okay, now the fourth piece of gear that you can upgrade that will lighten your pack, lighten just the total weight that you're carrying, all said and done, and be a little bit lighter on your budget. And that is upgrading your multi-tool or knife or whatever it is that you are bringing on the trail. I, for many years, have carried or had the Leatherman Juice S2. This is definitely a smaller Leatherman. This is definitely maybe something that beginner or intermediate backpackers might consider using because it is smaller, it is lighter weight, and it's something that maybe isn't, not the big honking things that are out there that people will sometimes bring. So if that's the standard, somebody who has tried to look for something lighter, they went with the Leatherman Juice S2. They don't make this anymore, but I think Leatherman does have something that is similar to it now that's still relatively lightweight and small. That costs, so the Leatherman Juice S2 costs somewhere in that $60 range, or the new one that is being used, that Leatherman is producing, and weighs 4.35 ounces. So what can we do to upgrade that? Well, the Victorinox Swiss Army Knife Classic. Try to get that in focus here. There we go. This little guy pretty much has everything that you need, everything that I have needed, in a very small package. So the Classic here weighs in at 0.75 of an ounce, and on Amazon costs about $22. So very light and relatively cheap for what you got. Okay, back again. We ran out of memory on the card. So where were we? Back with the multi-tool. So again, the Juice, $60, 4.35 ounces. The Victorinox Classic here, about $22, 0.75 ounces. Great tool. So for this item, we are saving $38 and about 3.6 ounces. Okay, so item number 5 that you can upgrade or downgrade, however you want to view it, to save some money and some weight, and that is your first aid kit. Now, I see a lot of backpackers go to REI or maybe even to Walmart and buy those Adventure Med first aid kits. They're kind of in that yellow and blue pouch. And I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I just think they are a lot bigger and more robust than what is actually needed, and potentially have items in there that you kind of got to know a little bit about first aid in order to use. And do you know how to use them? But those kits, the 0.5 or the 0.7 are typically the more popular ones that I have seen sold and seen actually on the trail. Those can range anywhere from 4 to 6 ounces. So we'll just split the difference there and say 5 ounces in weight, depending on which one you're gonna get. And anywhere from $31 to $44. So let's again split the difference there and say right around $37. Some might go for the 0.5, some might go for the 0.7. So we'll just kind of split the difference on both the price and the weight. So what can we do instead to upgrade? Well, I think it's pretty easy. Just make your own first aid kit. And this weighs, my kit, or my little first aid kit here weighs 1.3 ounces on my scale. So what do I have in here? Probably like most people do. I have a couple of different sizes of Band-Aids in here. I've got some of the blister or the butterfly ones. I have some alcohol swabs. There we go. I do keep 1 or 2 of these Tegaderm film bandages. Ooh, yeah, there we go. I think those are important to have that are waterproof. I keep a couple of pieces of KT tape in here, so that's probably where the cost probably jumps a little bit more. KT tape is a little expensive. And then this probably weighs a little bit more than most, but I keep a little thing here for pills, and there's some ibuprofen, there's some Benadryl or Zyrtec, there it is, for allergies, and then I'll keep an Imodium or 2 in here too, just in case. So first aid kit works for me. Again, most of this stuff is probably already at the house, and so honestly, it could be free. Obviously, I keep it in a Ziploc baggie as well. So we could call this free, but again, if I were to kind of price it all out, I would say maybe at the most $3. So 5 ounces versus 1.3, about $37 versus, again, on the high side, $3. We've got some good savings here as well. So we are saving $34 and about 3.7 ounces by just upgrading or downgrading, if you will, your first aid kit to what is needed. And let's see, what are we doing here? The 6th piece of or item that you can upgrade to reduce cost and a little bit of weight would be switching out your Dyneema bags for the Ziplocs. Pretty easy. Again, this could be really a free one because you probably have a bunch of Ziplocs lying around the house already and you're not going to have to purchase them. So Dyneema bags are great. They are lightweight. There's nothing wrong with them. But in comparison to a Ziploc, they are quite expensive. This small Dyneema bag only weighs 0.25 ounces, but it costs somewhere in the $25 to $30 range, depending on the brand, depending on where you buy it from. But 25 bucks, 2.25 ounces or so is the penalty, both from your wallet and a little bit in your backpack that you'll take for these. Now, if you buy multiple of them, obviously that's going to continue to compound both in price and the little bit of weight that's involved. Versus the Ziploc, which weighs about 0.18 ounces and is essentially free when you think about it, and you buy a pack of them for a couple of dollars. So savings here is going to be about $24, $25 and 0.07 of an ounce, which maybe isn't that big of a deal, but there is weight savings, and you are not spending $20, $50, $75 if you're going to buy a couple of these for like Ditty bags or your first aid kit or what you're putting your electronics in. A Ziploc bag is going to be just fine for those. It is pretty much just as waterproof. It might get beat up a little faster, but your replacement cost is essentially nothing. Okay, these next two and these last two are actually totally free and can save quite a bit of weight depending on how you currently pack and what your current philosophy is. So number 7 is going to be repackaging a lot of the stuff that you are taking with you. Think pills, think toothpaste, think Leukotape, duct tape, Gorilla Tape, whatever it is there that you choose to bring. And what I mean by repackaging is, instead of bringing a whole bottle of ibuprofen, which I have seen on the trail, and I know you have too, just bring what you need. If it's a couple of day trip, only bring a few. Or it could be, don't bring a whole thing of toothpaste. Maybe you just bring a travel size for a couple of days or a week. Or even better, you bring toothpaste tabs. But whatever you choose to do, just think about, how do I downsize or repackage this? I'm not going to count a savings dollar amount here because this is kind of free, and what you're starting with is what you got. So no, this isn't going to add to the dollar savings, this particular category. But I will say this can save up to a half a pound to a full pound, depending on kind of what you're bringing. So we'll kind of split the difference there and kind of go half a pound or so of weight savings for this particular tip. Okay, and the 8th and final piece of advice and tip here, again, another one that is completely free, is looking at the equipment that you're bringing, of any kind of equipment, and where are there tags, where are there straps, where are there just things that are unnecessary that are on our pieces of gear and equipment. I will caveat this by saying, make sure it is unnecessary. So read the tags before you cut them off. If there are information or things that are on there that are needed or that you do need, don't cut them, it's okay. Also, be careful with some of the straps because you may want them or need them in the future. So that's the 8th tip. Kind of hard to quantify this. Again, I'm not going to add any dollars to this thing because it's free, you're just cutting it off. But in my estimation, probably could save anywhere from 1 to 3 ounces, depending on how much of the straps you might cut off or how many tags there are. And again, this doesn't have to be just the backpack. There's probably stuff on your sleeping bag. You may want to be careful with that one. There's probably stuff on some of your clothing that just isn't needed. So you could probably save a little bit more, but just for sakes of this video, I will say, 1, there's not really a cost savings, so this is free, and it'll be, we'll say 2 ounces. We'll split the difference between 1 ounce and 3 ounces and say you can save upwards of 2 ounces by just kind of cutting that stuff off. Well, friends, if you've been with me for this long, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for watching this today. So what did we net out by following these 8 items? Well, if you're watching and paying attention down here through the video, and if you made all of these free or cheap upgrades, you will have cut over 2 pounds from your backpack weight and saved over $200. And if you did go out and spend money on these items, you're gonna spend just a little over $100 or so for these upgrades. And by spending $100, you're saving over 2 pounds, 2.2 pounds if I add up all these ounces correctly, from your backpack. Not a bad deal, to be honest. So what's the easiest way you've reduced your backpacking weight? Leave a comment below. What are some of those free or really cheap ways that you have reduced your pack weight to be lighter on the trail? Hopefully this has been helpful for y'all. Thank you for being here. If it is, please consider liking this video, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. I will leave links for most of the gear that I talked about today down below. These are affiliate links. It does not cost you any extra money, but provides me as a creator a little bit of a kickback, and maybe most importantly, keeps sponsors off of the channel. So if you like sponsor-free channels, please use the affiliate links if and only if you are considering buying this piece or these pieces of equipment. If you want to know what ultralight gear I am just done with, and hopefully save you some time and money with gear that just isn't working well, please check out this video right here. And with that, friends, I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.